How to find the scale factor. All you have to do is figure out if you're getting larger or smaller. So is this a reduction or an enlargement? Well, remember P prime and P. We always have the pre-image, and then the image that we get is the prime image. So we're getting smaller here. So this is a reduction. Now, how much of a reduction is it? If you're getting smaller, then the smaller number goes on top and the larger number goes on the bottom. Okay, so what do we have? We have 6 and 14. And then reduce it, and you get, reduce it by 2, you get 3/7. So that would be your scale factor, K. All right, same thing. We're going from P to P prime. We're getting smaller again, so this is a reduction. And you put the smaller number on top and the larger number on the bottom and reduce it if you can. That's 3/5. So our scale factor, K, is 3/5. All right, graph it and then figure out the scale factor, or use the scale factor, okay? So graph the polygon with the given vertices in its image after a dilation with scale factor K. So what's going to happen is all you have to do to get x prime and y prime and z prime is to multiply every value by 3, okay? So when we multiply everything, we get 18, -3, -6, -12. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. All right, so now we graph everything. I'm going to move this. Oops. Let's just get rid of that part. And I'm just looking at my numbers to see where to put the graph here, since I don't have a lot of small values here. Okay, so x is at 6, -1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, -1. That's x, capital X. Y is at -2, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And z is at 1, 2. All right, so that's x, y, z. Now, since the scale factor is 3, that means it's getting bigger. All right, x prime goes to 18, -3. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, -3. So there's your x prime. And if you think about it, let's just draw a yellow straight line from the origin. It's on a straight line from the origin. Okay, so x prime is there. Y prime is at -6, -12. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So again, this has to go way down. If I drew a line from the origin through y, it would hit way down there at -12. So I'm just going to put y prime right here. And we need to get a better graph. And then 3, 6. Excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's z prime. And again, if you were to draw a straight line from 0 through z, you would hit z prime, which is 3 times the distance. All right. So now let's, we can kind of graph this stuff. Graph it in blue. And this goes way down there, and this is going to go down there. So it's going to be a bigger picture like that. Let me get some better graphs here. Let's do number 15. Now, 0.25 is 1/4, or just divide everything by 4. That's what that means. Okay, so J prime is going to be 4 divided by 4 is 1. 0 divided by 4 is 0. K prime, -8 divided by 4 is -2. And 4 divided by 4 is 1. L prime, 0 divided by anything is 0. -4 divided by 4 is -1. And M prime, 12 divided by 4 is 3, and -8 divided by 4 is -2. So they gave you nice, neat numbers. So I'm looking at my largest and smallest x values, -8 to 12, and my largest y values and my smallest y values, -4 and 4 it looks like, or -8 and 4. Okay, so I think we could draw a normal graph here. If you have to go by twos on your graph paper, then go by twos. So j is at 4, 0, and k is at -8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. -2, 1. 0, -4 is L, and M is at 12, -8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's M. So it looks like a nice little parallelogram. And now let's do our image in blue. 1, 0 is J prime. -2, 1 is K prime. And L prime is at 0, -1. And M prime is at 3, -2. 3, -2. M prime. Alright, so I put that in the wrong spot there. I put my line in the wrong spot. My numbers and dots were. Okay, so notice it got smaller. This is a reduction because the scale factor was less than 1. Greater than 1, it's going to be an enlargement. Number 17. So our scale factor is -1/5, so if we divide by -5, we should get our answers. So B prime, -5 divided by -5 is +1, -10 divided by -5 is +2, -10 divided by -5 is +2, 15 divided by -5 is -3, 0 divided by anything is 0, and 5 divided by -5 is -1. Okay, so I added some dots here because of our graph. If you need to go by twos, go by twos. Got to go by fives, go by fives, but make it accurate. All right, so each little square here is going to be 1. So at -5, -10, so -5 and -10. So each of the main squares here is 5 units, and that's B. C is at -10 and 15, 5, 10, 15. That's C. All right, and D is at 0, 5. Okay, now B prime is at 1, 2. C prime is at 2, -3. And D prime is at 0, -1. So the negative that was out in front of it flips it horizontally and vertically. So D is now to the left, and B and C have switched spots. So that's just what the negative does. All right, graph the polygon with the given vertices and its image after a dilation of the scale factor. So same thing again, multiply everything by -4, so the negative is going to flip it. So multiply everything by -4. So R prime is at 28, 4. S prime is at -8, -20. And T prime is at 8, 12. And U prime is at 12, 12. All right, so we need a better graph. All right, so let's go ahead and graph. So 28, excuse me, the original image is -7, -1. So 5, 6, 7, -1 is right there. That's R. 2, 5, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. That would be S. T is at -2, -3. And U is at 12, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. These are going by 4s. Oh, that's U prime. Ugh. U is at negative 3, negative 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right, so T and U are close together. All right, now we're going to blow it up and flip it by 4 units. R prime is at 28, 4. So these are going by 4s. So 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 4. That would be R prime. Negative 8, negative 20. So 4, negative 8, and 4, 8, 12, 16, negative 20. That's S prime. Notice how R and S are way out here. Sorry. And T prime is at 8, 12. So 4, 8, 4, 8, 12. That's T prime. And U prime is at 12, 12. 4, 8, 12. 4, 8, 12. Ugh. 12, 12. Put my lines in the right spot here. Notice how R and S have flipped, and the T and U are now on top. That's what the negative does. It flips everything around horizontally and vertically. Okay. You received wallet-sized photos of your school picture that are so wonderful. The photo is 2.5 inches, okay, by 3.5 inches. All right. You asked the photographer to dilate the photo by 5 inches by 7 inches. All right. You want it bigger, so 5 by 7. What is the scale factor of this dilation? Okay, so you're getting bigger. It wants you're like, I want this to be bigger. So you go ahead and put the bigger number on top. If you want bigger number goes on top. So 5 over 2.5, and it should be equal to 7 over 3.5. And if you think about it, 2 times 2.5 is 5. 2 times 3.5 is 7. So these will work out. If you use your calculator, you get 2 and 2. So the scale factor is 2. You're multiplying by 2 to get a bigger value. The red figure is the image, okay? That means this is your prime. So let's say this was A, this would be A prime. Your image is your prime image. Find the scale factor of the dilation, then find the value of the variable. Okay, so we are getting bigger, so we put our bigger number on top. So 15 over 9 divided by 3 is 5/3. That's our scale factor. That's step number 1. Now how do I get x? Again, bigger number goes on top of the smaller number. And use your scale factor. 5 is to 3, as 35 is to x. Okay, so you can cross multiply. There's other ways you can do this. We'll cross multiply just to keep some things similar. Divide by 5. X equals 21. Okay. The red figure is the image of the blue figure. Remember, not pre-image. It's the image. Pre-image is what it came from. So if it says image, that means that's your prime. The red figure is the prime. The blue image is the normal where you started. So you're getting smaller. Okay? So we put the smaller number on top of the bigger number. So that's my K. That's your scale factor, 2/3. Now find the value of the missing piece. Okay, well, if those two go together, these two go together, so Y has to be 3. What'd they do wrong here? All right, so remember you got prime, so you're going from P to P prime. So we're getting smaller. Blue to red is smaller. So you put the smaller number on top and you reduce. It's 1/4. That's your K. And look what they did. They put the wrong number on top. All right. Review, graph everything. And then we're going to translate with that rule they gave us. 2, -1 is A. B is at 0, 4. C is at -3, 5. All right, so there's our image, our pre-image, excuse me. Now we're going to go left 1 and up 3. So left 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3. There's C prime. Left 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, let's do it in blue. Left 1 and up 3, 1, 2, 3. There you go, there's your image. Obviously the numbers are large, so on your graph paper you'll have to go by 2s or 5s. All right, so -5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's A. B is at -7, 8. 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And C is at -3, 11. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, so I'm going to erase A here and write it in a different spot. All right, now we're going to reflect it in the x-axis. All right, so count A is at 6 units up, so you're going to go 6 units down and then 6 units on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's A prime. C is, I guess I need to remove that. A prime. C is 11 units up, so we're going to go down 11 units. So that's going to be 4, 8, 9, 10, 11. B prime. And B is 8 units up, so we're going to do 8 units down below. 4, 8. C prime. So that would be your figure reflected over the x-axis. Now let's do a rotation. All right, so you're going to rotate your paper, your iPad, whatever it is you're writing on, hopefully paper. -3, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And E is at -1, 4. -1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And F is at 1, 2. And G is at 1, -1. Now we're going to rotate this 270 degrees about the origin. So I'm going to rotate once, twice, 3 times, and now I'm going to write this not upside down, sorry. D prime, to me, is at 2, 1, 2, 3. So if you rotate this so it doesn't move, you can see how I'm doing this. E is at 1, 2, 3, 4, and up 1. E prime, excuse me. F prime is at 1, 2, and down 1. And G prime is left 1 and down 1. All right, rotate it back. Now I'm going to plot those 2, 3 in blue. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's D prime. E prime's at 4, 1. Oh, E prime. F prime's at 2, -1. And G prime's at -1, -1. So this was rotated 270 degrees. So let's check it. And I see I caught my error. G is at -1, -1. I was thinking +1. So let me see if I can get that out of there. Okay, so G's at -1, -1, right there, G prime. Now if I connect it, it kind of looks like the other figure has been rotated. And that's 52. Last problem. So let's go ahead and plot this, and we're going to do a dilation of 3/4. So before I start, I'm just going to go ahead and take 0 times 3/4 is 0. 4 times 3/4, so this is what I'm doing. 4 times 3 over 4. So you got to be able to do that in your head, 12 over 4, or you can reduce. That's 3. 12 over 4 is 3. And then k. Let me show you something. 4 times 3 over 4. You can go ahead and reduce it that way. You can divide by the 4 first, and then multiply by 3. 4 times 4 is 4 divided by 4 is 1, and then times 3 is 3. And the same thing for the y value. Now L prime, 8 times 3/4. You can do 24 over 4, which is 6, or you could reduce it that way. 2 times 3 is 6. And 0 times anything is 0, and M prime, 4 times 3/4, which we already have it right there, is 3, and then 0. Okay, so we got the big numbers of 8 and 6. Those are all positive. We're all in the first quadrant. So we just need to draw a big first quadrant. So J is at 0, 4. K is at 4, 4. L is at 8, 0. M is at 4, 0. So that's our picture. And now we're going to draw J prime, 0, 3. K prime is at 3, 3. L prime is at 6, 0. And M prime is at 3, 0. So notice how everything got smaller, closer to the origin. All right, good job.